Now here's a quick demo on how to touch up paintwork. Now we've had some beds delivered and they actually come with some quite bad scratches on there. Now this area here was quite badly scratched, and as you can see what I've done is I've actually grinded it with a grinder with a sanding disc on it back to bare metal. If I was to leave it and just sand it mildly, some of the deep gouges would still stand out. So you want to make sure you get rid of all the gouges in there and get it back to a nice smooth surface, and make sure all your edges are also nice and smooth or they will also stand out. Now the actual sander or sanding disc I use is like so, and it took the paint off quite easily and it didn't take that long to do. So once you've prepared it all, you'll need to go through and clean this section off. Now I'll wipe it down with some methylated spirits. Once I've done that, I'll apply some primer and then some white paint, and hopefully the paint will match close enough so this won't be noticeable. So I'll just wash it down with some methylated spirits. This will clean the surface off, guaranteeing the paint will actually stick. So now that this is dry, I'll apply some primer. Now I'm using automotive primer. Obviously being steelwork, automotive primer is quite fine. Make sure it's spraying. And just prime the area that you've got to paint. So let that dry and you can give it another coat of primer, and then we'll have to give it a top coat. Now the primer's dry, I'm going to go through and spray on the top coat. Now normally I would recommend using automotive paint. Now the reason for that is you can actually cut and polish it afterwards. Unfortunately I haven't got any with me, so I'm just going to have to use some old quick dry household paint, and that'll do for what I want to do anyway. So yeah, normally I would suggest using automotive finish for this. And just make sure you cover up the existing grey. Now that you've finished spraying it, it shouldn't really show out too much. Now, as I said, with automotive paint, you could actually go through and use some cut and polish on that, and it'll come up quite good. And that's been just a bit of a demo on how to touch up some damaged paintwork.